Hello friends, welcome to Easy Code for All. Today we will be learning how to parse a XML document. So before parsing a XML document, uh, we need to know what is XML, why why do we need to use it, and what are the parser available to parse the XML document. So before going ahead, let's explain what is XML and what is parser. So XML is a file format. All of all of you have seen or aware of with the text file. Like this is a text file where we write some content without without maintaining any particular format. Like I can give you example. So this is a text file. Okay. Here normally we type something or keep store some data, not exactly maintaining some format actually. So it's a free format, it's a text file. Similarly, XML is also another type of file, but where we store the data maintaining a particular format actually. Okay, so let's have a look in a XML file. If I look into that, this is a XML file. Okay, so in this XML file, this is example of XML file. So here also we are storing some data. Okay, and we are storing some value, some data, but in a particular format. Okay, so this is the XML. It's just simply another type of file. TXT is a like text file. Similarly, XML is another type of a file. But why do we need XML? That is kind of important. We need to understand it. What are the advantages of XML? So to understand the advantage of XML, let's look into the text file. So if I give this file to someone, he will not be able to understand like what are these data means actually. Okay. But if I give this XML, someone can go through it and he can understand it actually. Okay. So that is like it's a XML it's a structured format. If you give that XML to someone, he'll be able to understand the data. Second point is that, and most important point is that whenever you are giving a data in XML format, the receiving person, once receiving the file, actually, he will be able to quickly validate the data, whether he got the data in a expected format or not. Okay, so that's the main advantage of XML. Okay. So when one application sends some data to other application, the receiving application on receiving a XML file or XML data, he can easily validate the data whether data is a correct format or in correct structure or not. Something like that. Say the name, it's a kind of mandatory things actually. It has to be there. So if you give this file to XML, XML file to one person or one application, he can easily validate this file quickly and if you find that structure is fine, then he will receive that file, otherwise he will immediately reject it. But in the text case of text file, it is very difficult to like judge it actually or figure it out whether the data is in all the data is there or not actually. So XML advantage is that one is that you can looking into it, you can easily understand it. Second is that the data you are receiving easily you can validate it actually. You can validate it, you can apply a XSD and you can check whether the data or XML you have received that is valid, that is valid or not actually. Okay, so that's the advantage when two applications share the data between them. It is easy to exchange the data. The receiving application easily can validate the data whether he has got the correct data or not. If you send the data in the XML format, like if you give XML file to the another application, receiving application, so it will be easier for the receiving application to validate the data. Whether he get all the data or not, he can easily validate it. Whereas if you give the data in a text format, it is very difficult for the receiving application to figure it out. Second part of advantage of the XML is if you have the data in XML format, no, you can easily produce PDF or HTML just applying a style sheet. Okay, so that's the advantage. So if you have the data in XML format, based on your need, you can give a different view. So this point may not be very clear to you at this point of time, but you will understand it once you work on it. And but the first point which was important, the usage of XML or advantage of XML, it's really very helpful when we exchange data between application, like one application to another application. When we send some data or receive from data from other application, and so the receiving application easily can validate he has got the correct data or not. Okay, so that is one main advantage. And even like sender who is sending the data to this one, sender also before sending to him, he himself can validate the data whether he is sending correct data or not. He also can take the XML file, apply XSD on it, and he can easily able to figure it out whether he's the data he's handing over to other application, it's a correct or not. Okay, so that's the main advantage. And so we talk about two advantages, but there are some disadvantages also. Like what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is that because of this tag, no, like file size become very heavy actually. If you look at the data size will be very less, but if you look at the entire file size, it will be like big compared to data size. So it's sometimes because of this tag, the entire file size becomes grow file size become large, and it difficult to send an application to another application, mainly if it's over the internet. Actually, it sometimes it create a problem. It increase the file size. That's the disadvantage of that. Now we'll move into the parsing. Parsing means actually like reading the data from XML. You have this XML file someone has given to you. Just you need to read the this values actually. What is the price? What is the discount percentage? So reading the data from the XML file is, we call it parsing actually. Like parse the XML to read the data. So whenever we are receiving any application, any XML file from an application, and we need to read the data from the, or we need to extract the data from the XML, we need to parse that XML. Okay, so uh, we'll be showing how to parse it. Okay, now go to that. So we have in market, we have two parser. One is sax parser and another is DOM parser. So we'll be here using DOM parser. But sax parser is also some context it is used, but DOM parser is mostly used. I'm not going on detail about those two parser, but we'll be using DOM parser. Parser we use parser. You can think of it as a library. It's a set of jar files. It's a set of Java classes, uh, which we will be using to extract the data from the XML. Okay, and we'll in the XML parser that we'll be using in Java. On that, These are the key classes: document, node, element, attribute, node list. There are other classes also: node map, uh, node map. Those other classes are also there, but not very used very frequently. These are the 5 6 classes which are used very frequently. So let's go to the Java code and we'll see how to parse the XML and extract the data from the XML. So this is the XML file. We need to read the data from this XML file. Suppose I need to read the data of the list price. I need to get this value actually. I need to get the list price of book number 2. Okay, I need to read the data list price of book number 2. So how do I do it actually? So we'll be using DOM parsing. In the DOM parsing, that XML is represented as a DOM tree, and to read this value 550, what we need to do, we need to start it from here. This is a root element. Okay, so we need to start it from here. Then we need to, it's a tree structure, we need to move into the this, then we need to move into the this, then we need to come to this price element, and then we need to read this value actually. You cannot directly read it actually. You need to traverse from one element to another element, parent to child element, then you need to reach this element, and this, then you need to read this value. So these are the element and these are the attribute. Okay, so if you need to read some attribute value or element content, so what you have to do, you have to start from the beginning and traverse to the particular that element or node, and then you need to read that attribute actually, attribute value. Okay, so that's the main thing. It's a tree structure, so you need to start it from here, then need to go here, then you need to go here, and then you need to go here and read this attribute. Okay, that's how we'll be reading it actually using DOM parser, DOM model. Okay, so we'll be writing a Java code to read this value, to read the list price value of the book number 2. Okay, so let's have a look into the code, how we write it actually. So when we need to parse any XML document, suppose we need to parse XML document, first what we need to do, we need to create a document object. Okay, we need to create a document object, then we need to get the root element object, then we need to get its next child element, then it goes that way unless we reach to the uh, correct element. Okay, and later let me tell you element and node. These are the element in Java, like they define everything is node actually. Element is a node, document itself also a node actually. Okay, node is a generic, so mainly we use these are the element. Sometimes we use node also to refer the element. I mean, element is also a node. Okay, so let's go to the Java code. So this is the Java code to read this value actually. We will need to read this value. Okay. So how do we do it? First we need to create a document object. We need to create a document object. We need to create a document object. So here we are creating a document object from a file actually. Okay. So you need to use document builder class, and then you need to build a document object. Okay. Document object from the file actually. This is very important. You need to build a document object from the file. Okay, using document builder. Once you get the document object, then what we need to do, we need to get the root element. Root element means author element here. Okay, we need to get the root element. So to get the root element, there's a method in the document class actually. like get document element. Okay, so it will give you the root element. Okay, it will give you the root element. Okay, it will give you the root element. So you get the root element, that means you are here actually. Now you are here. Okay, then what we will do, we are here, root element, then we need to reach to the this element actually. Okay, so in the Java we have a method get elements by tag name. Okay, so it will give all the elements with the tag name books. So here we have only one element here. Okay, so in this XML document books will be like only one time. It's a one time, but book can have multiple, like book can appear multiple times, but books will appear only one. Okay, but in the method we have, it will return you the node list actually. It will return you a node list actually, get elements by tag name. Okay, so we need to get all the node list whose name is books actually. Here we have only one element, but that's fine, that will also come as a part of the list. So we are getting a node list. Okay, and from the node list, here only we will have only one books element. So we will be taking the first item, so 0th item. So we are taking the 0th item. Okay, it's a node list, and we element is also node, but here we need to typecast it to element. So we are getting books element, that means we got it here actually, books element. Okay, we got the books element. Then what will we do, from books I need to reach to the this book actually. So there is a two book, or there could be a three book element also. There could be more than one, I don't know actually. There could be more actually also. Okay, so there could be more also. Okay, so I need to, I am here, I need to go to here. Okay, so how do I reach it actually? So what I can do is, if I go that, I can do something like that. No, node list book root, it will be, it will not be root element, it should be books element. It will be books element. Okay, books element dot this one, get elements by tag name book. Okay, so we are getting in this list, we are getting all the book element actually. So here we have three book element, so all three will get it here in this list actually. In this node list book we will get all three book element. Okay, but for me, to meet my requirement, as I need to read this value actually, I need to get into this element actually. Okay, so how do I go there? So let's look into the Java code. So what we are doing, we are using a for loop actually. Okay, so we'll look in this list, node list, we have all the three book, this one and this one, but I need to reach it here actually, because I need to read the list price. So how do I get into this? We can have a for loop. I'm having a for loop, and we are iterating over the loop, and we are taking each element. Okay, each book element. Then on that book element, I am checking if book, taking the book number value on that book element, and if that value is 2, then we will take corresponding element actually. Okay, so our objective was get the price of book number 2. Requirement is get the price of book number 2. To get the price, we need to reach here. So how do I, here there's three book element. Okay, so how do I reach this book element? I'm showing it actually. So what we did, we do the get elements by tag name. Okay, it will give a list of elements, and there what we will do, we are iterating over that element, taking each element and checking whether his book number is 2 or not. If his book number is 2, we are taking that element into another variable, desired book element. Okay, and then once it finish this loop, okay, so I will have the book, desired book element, actually this one. Okay, this one. Then I need to go to the price element actually. Okay, let me go to the price element. How do I go to the price element? Price element, I can do the same thing. Desired book element dot get elements by node name, tag name, price. It will give the list of price. Okay, and then as under this book actually there will be only one price, so I am taking the first element. Actually there will be only one element only. It's a, I am taking the 0th item. This is the price element, and this is the price element. Actually I am got it. Then in this element we need to get the value of this attribute. So what I am doing, I am taking list price equal to price element dot get attribute and taking the value. Okay, then I'm just printing it. Okay, the list price. Let's run it and then check it. So let's run it. So list price of book number 2 is 550. So it has the value 550. Okay, let's change this value and see. Make it 600. I'll run it once more. It's taking 600. So it's working fine. So that's how we parse a XML document. Like we need to start it from here, need to reach to the corresponding element and get the attribute value. Okay, and you can have element also can have a value, like price element can have also something value like that. It can be something here also can have value, some value. So we can read this value also from this element. Okay, so if we do dot get text content, so it will get the value of that element. Actually it will give the value of that element. Okay, if I want to, let's run it. So you got the value here. Okay, so oh, mm, my point is that using parsing you can read attribute value as well as element content also. You can read both. Okay, so data can be there as attribute value or as a element content. So using parsing we can read both of them. Okay, so thank you, thanks for watching. Please let us know your feedback.